Shalom. Before I begin this video, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai, Ba'ashem Rachakodash. Also, as well, double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone that are still to this very day continue to rule very well. That is also feeding the flock continually through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. Also, as well, Shalom, and much due honors to the hopefully elect as well. That's also doing the same things in this work. That's also feeding the flock and attending to the flock of the Lord's pasture through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai, giving all your diligence to make your calling and election sure in faith, in truth and sincerity, and all charity. Now, this video is going to be centered around, this article that, popped up on my feed today. And, the spirit hopped on me to jump on this article here because, this is just one of many examples of our people not knowing the situation that is happening here in America. They don't understand, why certain things happen. And also as well, they take it into their own hands to fulfill their own agendas and thinking that what they're doing is going to benefit them in the society. Because the mode that our people are in is having some sort of equality in this society. But when you read in the scriptures, concerning our people, which are the Israelites, which are you so-called Negroes, Hispanics, and Native Americans, you'll come to find out that really the Lord has set us up over these people. He set us up as a special people unto himself above all people on the face of the earth, pursuant to Deuteronomy chapter 7, verse 6. Okay. But here it is, our people taking to their own hands to fulfill their own agendas and thinking that, they're going to get some sort of justice out of making noise and marching, and that's a constant history with our people continuing to march for certain things, just to have their voices heard. But here it is, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai is the one who put us in this position, because we're still under the curses. You got, and I believe I was watching another video Saturday. It was a guy who was an apologist that was debating with Sakari, and, that's one of these things that these Christians, especially among our people, since our people are deep into Christianity, they think that the curses are done away with. All right. That's what the angle that this guy was coming with. I don't remember his name, but yeah, it escapes me right now. It's at the tip of my tongue where he calls himself. But the video is floating out there concerning, the back and forth that was going on with this guy. And he was saying that the curses are done away with. Well, actually, that's false. We're still under the curses, okay? But here's the thing, those curses are slowly but surely starting to lift up off of the people of the Lord, and now it's starting to fall on our enemies, okay? Because now they're starting to feel the force and the brunt force of what we went through throughout history, residing here in this land under captivity, okay? But I'm just going to touch up a little bit on this article here. I'm not going to spend too much time on it. But basically it's going to, it's something called More Than a March that was going on in the city of Birmingham, in which that's the city that we speak in, Birmingham, Alabama. I'm gonna get a quote from here. This is one. I believe this is this is the march organizer, Terry Mills. This is everything that's going on in the world with the climate and social injustice and just what's going on in the community. We as so-called black men, because our people can't let go of that term black. All right, in which, by the way, we're not black. Okay, we are the Hebrew Israelites, which the Bible speaks of. Okay, and it's also common sense that we're not black. If you look at a shoe or a shirt or anything that has the color black, that's not our color. Okay. It says, we as so-called black men decided enough is enough. We can no longer stay on the sidelines. It's time for us to stand up and take action. Okay. And again, that's our people. All right. Because really, man, our people are ran by emotions. Okay. Because see, if they thought this through with logic, they will come to find out that, it's a deeper reason why these things are happening. Okay. But due to emotions, and really emotions will cause you to act just to act on something without, being patient and waiting on the answer to come. Okay. That's why a lot of our people get in trouble, some sort of trouble at times. Okay. Because they ran to it. They ran by their emotions. Okay. Let's see. Let me read a little bit down here. I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get near the very last paragraph here. It says, after seeing all this, it just makes me proud to be a black person in this community. Yeah, this is sad, man. All right. It says, seeing how we can all come together and be like this, it makes me happy. And that's one above that, where the second to last paragraph, it says, Sunday's program did not only leave an impact on men there, it also served as an inspiration of young so-called black boys who say they hope to serve as leaders within the community themselves one day. Really, man, you set an example of continual oppression. Okay, this is why us the Israelites, we step in and actually give you what's really going on and give you the answers that you need to hear. Okay, not what you want to hear, what you need to hear. All right. But like I mentioned before, this is due to the curses. Okay, this is this was set up by divine intervention, as people say. This was done by Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai, because our people has a constant record of going off. Okay, let me get it. This Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse. Let's see, it is. I think I'm at verse 65. It's like Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 65 says, "And among these nations shalt thou find no ease. Neither shall the sole of thy feet or thy foot have rest, but the Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai shall give thee there a trembling heart and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind." Okay, so this is one of the curses that are put on our people. So among these nations, right, especially here in America, which the nation that is ruling over this land America, which is Babylon the Great in the Bible, are the Edomites. Okay, which that's the true biblical nationality of the so-called white man. So among these nations, especially Esau, shalt thou find no ease, neither shall the sole of thy foot have rest. And that's why they said, oh, we have to take action because enough is enough. And now at the end of it, now they're reacting to what's going on and they're marching now. Okay. And really, you can take this scripture and apply it to them continually marching. Okay. Because the sole of thy feet have not found rest. So they continue to march and go up and down the streets, and this has been going on for years. Okay, ever since the civil rights movement, all the way up until 2020, BLM, Black Lives Matter, and our people have been marching for years and years and years on end, man. Okay, so this is one of the main curses: that the sole of thy foot shall not find rest, but the Lord shall give thee a trembling heart, where a trembling mind, and failing of eyes and sorrow of mind. Okay, and that's all our people have known. Okay, a sorrow of mind. See, but let me go ahead and jump on to the next precept. I think it's in the book of it's the book of Jeremiah, chapter 50, and this is at verse 6. It says, "My people have been lost sheep, as their shepherd have caused them to go astray," which the shepherds represents their leaders. Okay, case in point, Terry Mills, the march organizer. Okay, so our people are lost sheep, and here it is, man. You got this organizer, and not only him, you have others as well. The church leaders, civil rights leaders. Other leaders like that are leading our people astray. Okay, and it says their shepherds have caused them to go astray. They have turned them away on the mountains, right? You turn them away on the mountains, all right? And reading on, it says they have gone from mountain to hill, and the mountain represents governments, okay? So you went from the greatest mountain conceivable, which the government is representing Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai's government, and you went to a hill, okay? You went down to a lower, you went down to something that's lower than the mountain, Renan says they have forgotten their resting place, right? And their resting place is what? In Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai. which is this truth. All right, the doctrine which we have kept, or we have had, or it was given to us from the beginning, should I say? Okay, because that doctrine, we didn't keep it for a time in the ancient world, and now we're paying for it. Okay, so through that we've forgotten our resting place, pursuant to 2 Thessalonians, where it says there was a falling away that came. Okay, and the man of sin is now revealed, which is the Edomites or Esau, which again is the so-called white man. Okay, so like it says here, they have turned them away on the mountains. Okay, so here it is, and you have ones that actually know about the truth, know about the nationality, but they turned away our people and turned them away from the mountain and turned them over to a hill. Okay, now moving on from there, I'm gonna get the book of Lamentations chapter 2 verse 15, and among these other nations, they look at us people as at the bottom of the barrel. Okay, and again, the Lord is the one who put us into that position. Okay, so no matter where you go, okay, like I just read in Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 65, no matter where you go among the nations, you're not going to find rest. Okay, and here's another example, Lamentations chapter 2 verse 15. This is concerning all the nations that have witnessed our downfall. All that pass by clap their hands at thee. They hiss and wag their head at the daughter of Jerusalem, saying, is this the city that men call the perfection of beauty, the joy of the whole earth? All thine enemies have opened their mouth against thee. They hiss and gnash their teeth. They say, we have swallowed her up. Certainly this is the day that we look for we have found, we have seen it. Oh, it's like it. This is the day we look for. We have found, we have seen it. Okay. The Lord Yahweh Ba'Shem Yahushai had done that which he had devised. He had fulfilled his word that he had commanded in the days of old. He hath thrown down and hath not pitied. And he hath caused thy enemy to rejoice over thee. He has set up the horn of thine adversaries. Right, so the Lord has set up the power of our adversaries. He's the one that set Esau in rulership and these different nations in their positions. Okay, and has put us at the bottom. Okay, but through the awakening of the men of the Lord, the Hebrew Israelites, our true nationality, all right, and coming back into the doctrine which we are supposed to have kept from the beginning, now you're starting to see a transition from one power to another. You're starting to see a transition from the power of Esau to the power of Jacob. Okay, and our enemies see that. The other nations see that. Okay, that's why right now they're in the back of their mind. There's a constant fear of the people of the Lord coming back to their true power, because they know about the history. Okay, these other nations know about the history of how our people came out of the land of Egypt, how we conquered our enemies, how we gained the land of Israel, and how we put hard shell on the nations. Okay, and they know about our power, and guess what? They're gonna know about them again. Okay, this is Micah chapter 2 verse 10. This is the last precept. Arise ye and depart, for this is not your rest, because it is polluted. It shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Okay, so you're supposed to arise and depart out of this land, not physically, but mentally and spiritually. You're supposed to depart from this land of Babylon the Great, which is America, and because this is not your rest, it's polluted. Okay, the more and more you spend your time here, your time, energy, and your all your being into this place, the more and more you become polluted. Okay, because guess what? Like it says here, it shall destroy you even with a sore destruction. Okay, and that's what's going to happen to the ones that are in this mode of action, of marching, of protesting, of trying to do some sort of good in the community, so-called community, and this and that, when the Lord said himself that he's coming back to destroy this place. So what are you looking for? Jacob, what are you looking for? All right, so with that, I'm going to end off on that note. Lord's will is edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'Shem Yahushai, Ba'Shem Ruach HaKodesh. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. that continue to rule very well. Shalom, peace and safety, salutations to the whole elect that's laboring as well in this work continually, giving all diligence to make your calling and election sure, and faith and truth and sincerity in all charity. And with that, we'll say shalom.